Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PopQculture. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you never miss any news in pop culture. We just wanted to pop up real quickly to discuss this Pierce Morgan's interview he did with Cassandra Ventura, also known as Cassie, the makeup artist. So for those who don't know, Cassandra Ventura or Cassie was Puff Daddy's or Diddy's ex-girlfriend. They've been together for over a decade or so. She came out and she put a lawsuit in. She won. Well, she didn't really win the lawsuit. She got money instead for it. So Diddy paid her out. People say she got $30 million out of the deal. We don't know for a fact because everything was sealed, but apparently it was around that amount. But that's not the topic of this video. The reason why we're doing this video is to actually flag this lady that identified as Cassie's makeup artist. And so you could tell, we can't put the video in here, but we're just going to summarize it for you. We think it's a little bit weird to actually, the whole interview was a bit weird, cringy actually, in the sense that when you watch the lady talk, you don't we have no objection as to the fact that she was Cassie's makeup artist or she's worked with celebrities and things like that. But the things that are coming out of her mouth are making us really question everything about her, not her involvement, but rather about her knowing of these essays that took place at Puff's house or in the presence of Puff in general. And this lady claims to have traveled with Puff Daddy, with Kim, who happens to be Puff Daddy's baby mama, with whom he had 3 kids. And the lady is claiming that she has a lot of respect. What's going on? She has a lot of respect for Diddy. That's how she started the interview. That she has a lot of respect for Diddy. That Diddy gave her start in the industry. And it's great. It's great to actually recognize that, somebody has put you on and give them the flowers, which is amazing. The only thing here is the way she started the interview felt like she was going to say everything good about Diddy, except she ended up saying not so nice things about Diddy, not because she wanted to, but we think because, what's happening? We think it's because, what's his name? Pierce Morgan actually pressured her. Because here's the thing. With everything that have unveiled around Diddy and how he lived his life and things that he did to people, and how everybody in the industry was actually scared of him and things like that, Pierce Morgan wanted to corroborate some of the findings of the things that people are saying and the positive things that people are saying about Diddy and the negative things that people are saying about Diddy, and kind of have a picture of who the individual was. Because out in the open, Diddy always portrays himself as a businessman, a father, non-violent, obviously, and all that. But behind closed doors, it seems he is a complete different person. And so Pierce in this interview was actually trying to paint a picture of Diddy and who he really is through the eyes of these makeup artists. Sorry guys, we're actually on the road at this moment, and it looks like there are some people here that want to fly over us, so yeah, we're just gonna let them be. What is going on? What is going on? All right, so this makeup artist is saying that, well, basically Piers Morgan pressed her a little. That's when she told the story about, seeing Cassie being beat up, or, going through another one of those episodes that Diddy may have put her through, allegedly. And apparently, when Cassie actually went through that moment, specifically in one time, it turns out this makeup artist was the one that actually took Cassie in. Because in the initial lawsuit that Cassie actually put through back in November 2023, it seems like anytime she goes through things, either Cassie goes through to, flies out to a different country and stays in a hotel for a long period of time to kind of heal of her wounds, or she would go to a family or friend's house, or, go to an island or whatever it is to kind of just like give her time to heal and things like that. And it turns out that this makeup artist has witnessed at least one episode where she actually got through Diddy's rage, and Cassie had to spend the night or stay at her place for a short period of time to heal. And this is what's crazy about this whole story. This lady said that yes, she was there when Cassie was abused, and yet she never said anything about it. And when Piers Morgan asked her, well, why didn't you say something about it? She says, well, I was scared of, we were all scared of Diddy. This is what's so crazy. She said she was scared of Diddy. But the crazy part is when Piers Morgan asked her, well, how so? Like, talk about that. She wasn't even able to say anything about why she was scared of Diddy. It seems like she only repeated she was scared of Diddy because everybody, in the streets or whomever has had some bad encounters with Diddy, it just seemed like she was just repeating what other people are saying. But what is it exactly that Diddy did that made you feel like he shouldn't be messed with? She's not able to say that. And when abuse happens oftentimes for so long and nobody says anything, it's oftentimes because people are covering for the abuser. And this is a perfect situation where people have for a very long time just closed their eyes, closed their ears, closed their mouths, and haven't said anything about Diddy all these years, even though they've witnessed either once or several times the abuse that was going on. And nobody has said anything. And here's the thing, we're so troubled by this that when she says she hasn't said anything because she was scared, it's not because she was scared. We do believe that she didn't say anything because she didn't think it was her place to say anything, because she didn't think much of it, or because she wanted to keep her job. Think about it. This woman honors and holds high Diddy. So why should she talk bad about him knowing that she could lose her job overnight? Why would she? She was happy to be on top there. She was happy to be doing all these deals with these high-end photographers and whatnot. Why should she speak and ruin her pockets just like that? She won't. In hindsight, if we were to play devil's advocate, if they were to say those things, God only knows what situations they were in themselves. They didn't have much money. They needed that job to continue surviving. They could have, if Diddy was that violent and he was unliving everybody that crosses him, who knows? Maybe they wouldn't be alive today to be able to tell their story. So we give them grace in that sense. But honestly, this whole Diddy Cassie thing is just awful. And there's more essay cases that have erupted with between the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch and his and some other associates. We will cover that story specifically on its own in a different episode. However, guys, this is getting messy. This woman just looks bizarre. If we weren't able to identify her, we would by watching this video, by watching the interview with Piers Morgan, people would have said, "Oh, this woman is a fraud. Like she's not real. She's lying." But she is a makeup artist, and she was a makeup artist, that once upon a time worked with Diddy. And we do believe her, but we don't believe that she was scared of Diddy. That's why she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything because money was involved. That's what it was, allegedly. And Cassie considered her as a big sister. Okay? If that's the case, big sister to little sister, are you telling us that are you telling us that Cassie never told you every single thing that she was going through with Diddy? Or that you weren't able to see for yourself through traces of marks on her face, her hands, her body, that she was abused in some kind of way? If you are friends with these people, or you consider them as your sister, big or little sister, you would have seen those things, either willingly or unwillingly. But we do believe she neglected seeing those signs willingly, because she just doesn't want to lose her job or her position. Because this is a legal issue, we think she's being cautious about what she's saying and what she's not saying, because she could get sued, right? So until she actually seeks legal counsel, she can't really say certain things, so she's being cautious. So when Piers Morgan has a really nice way of asking questions, and when he asked her about Kim Porter, Diddy's baby mama, who's now transitioned, rest in peace. When the makeup artist was asked about Kim Porter, she said that she doesn't know anything about any of that. But here's the crazy part. She says she's worked with Diddy for 5 years. Is she telling us during those 5 years she's never witnessed any abuse between Diddy and Kim Porter? Could very well be. Who knows? Maybe she's telling the truth. Or maybe she knows something, but she's not ready to discuss it. Definitely not during this interview. But we suspect she knows more than she's actually pretending. Okay, so everybody's so curious about these freak offs. So when Piers Morgan asks about the infamous freak offs, she says she has no clue that was happening. That she has no knowledge of those freak offs. Is she really telling the truth? We beg to differ. We're back to her. It seems like she's holding on to something. It really seems like she's really, really holding on to something. So she's gonna tell us that during those 5 years, she's never, ever witnessed any freak offs. Because she's gonna tell us that Cassie, who she considers a little sister, has never told her about those parties that were taking place. Yeah. Something is fishy about this lady. She's holding on some information. She's definitely holding on to some information. So the lady so Piers Morgan asked the lady if she would testify against Diddy in court. And she said no. Clearly, we know where she stands. She wants no parts of this whole story. She wants nothing to do with nothing. And it kind of confirms what we are saying or said at the beginning of this video. She knew of things, she just doesn't want anything to do with it. That is the main reason why she has not complained. She has not, said anything about it. She hasn't filed any police report either. She wants no parts of it. All she wants is to keep her job. That's what we think. Maybe you disagree with us. If you do, let us know what you think about this in the comment below. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. And we will see you shortly. Bye for now.